That is a special car, a very special car, made more special for me personally because of the name. I'm claiming it. I always have, I always will. This was the original concept car for something very special that Audi built not that long after. Stick around. Wait till you see what we got for you now. But this is not it. Nor is this. But you're about to see the real thing. That's what I'm excited about right now. This is what I call serious bucket list stuff today. With my good friend Michael Pashut, owner of Change Cars, owner and presenter of all things motoring on Ignition Channel, DSTV. Mike, you've made not my day, not my week, this made my year today. Because there on that side is the production version of the Rosemeyer. But hang on, we got two. This is the one the purists often hate. This is the one that I love. And you know why.
Viewers, sorry. You were like a little boy driving it. I've never seen a person acting like a 16-year-old with a license.
I am 16.
Of course, sweet 16.
Yeah, that's it, okay. The Spider, the Coupe, the purist, the pleasure. How else can I put it? But Mike, now, these two cars, and they are absolutely unbelievable machines. They, same, but different.
Correct.
Okay, let's start with this one because this is the baby.
Correct.
Okay.
But funny enough, I must tell you,
yeah?
the nickname of this car, everybody who knows me knows I call her Baby. I love it so much.
But
that is Baby.
Because it's your baby.
Correct.
But this is the baby of the range, shall we call it? And what I mean by that is it's only got a V8.
With only 430 horsepower.
Yeah, 316 odd kilowatts.
Correct.
Believe me, and it's got now let's get this right, the gearbox on this one.
So this is the V8 S-Tronic.
Right.
The S-Tronic was the second generation of gearbox.
Yeah.
This is the V10 R-Tronic.
Right.
Big difference between the S-Tronic and R-Tronic. S-Tronic is a dual clutch. This is a single clutch.
Right.
So it's noticeable. Again, there's not a case of which is better. If one was better, the other wouldn't exist. That gives you the sports car, harsher performance.
Right.
This is an everyday driver. You feel like you're driving an Audi A4. It's incredible.
No. Not me. Not me. Never.
Audi A4 on steroids.
Total. In fact, blown on steroids. But also those blips on the downshift. Oh, wow.
So when you talk about the blips for our viewers, it's the most amazing thing. As you change down, the car just gives a wah, wah, like a burble. It is. It's awe-inspiring. It sounds amazing, and it just reverberates through the accelerator. You hear it. You feel it.
We got a little pretender in can we say a GTI come alongside us on the highway. I think he got a bit of a fright.
He was alongside you for all of 2 seconds until you said goodbye.
Yeah, I think, and the 2 seconds was when you said, put your foot down.
Correct. But my exact words to you were, there's something under your right foot, use it.
100%. But this car, okay, we on this one, so let's just have look at a few points here. Just bring the camera in. There are features like, look at these wheels. Look at this. And it's a little bit hidden by the spoke at the moment, but your brake caliper even says R8 on it. It's touches like this that make a car special in my book.
I'll tell you a little story about the R8, Alan. I was in Cape Town in 2007 in Greenpoint, having coffee on the promenade, beautiful place. For the first time ever, I saw the R8. I haven't even heard of the concept. A gentleman got out of the car. For the first time in my life, I wanted to be and kiss a man. I just wanted to kiss him. This was always my dream car. At the time, 15 years ago, completely out of reach, unfortunately. But until I got my R8, I was never going to have achieved my life's goals.
Well, just bring the camera around here now. Look at this interior. Just, it is sublime. It's beautiful. It's a cockpit. That's what it is. It's got everything. But now, it's not about that really. It's about things like this air intake over here. Just the attention to detail of that over there of this whole rear deck
When air comes in, it's got to go out.
on top here. So you have a look, bring it around this, and you can see the view. Because you've got your engine underneath here, of course.
The engine on the R8 Spider is unfortunately not visible. It's
Okay.
completely hidden.
But
We'll show them an R8 engine in a moment.
that one, they'll get it. But just look at this picture from the rear now. Can you just see it? And that's the view 99% of other cars get of this car anyway, when you're on a highway or anything else like that.
And most of them by choice. They want to look at it. If they can't keep up, they still want to look at it.
Oh, come on, of course. And just, by the way, all things motoring, one. There you are. Because this car, watch All Things Motoring Ignition channel, Saturday morning, 12 o'clock, and you will see it appears in the show on a regular basis. Look at this. These running indicator lights you've got over there that run across, run outwards. It's all these little details that make the difference. But now let's go to Big Brother. Come on. Go to the original in the sense of that concept we saw.
Correct.
One of the standout features has to be this.
They call it the side blades.
Yeah.
With Audi, you could have chosen whether you wanted color-coded, black, carbon fiber, or this was,
Right.
in my opinion, the correct choice. The two-tone, especially in the darker car. If you had a white car, it kind of blends in.
Yeah.
Then you go black.
You go black
Or
with
you
it,
go
yes.
the carbon fiber.
Correct. Yeah. But I mean, there's one of the standout features of the coupe as opposed to the Spider, for
Correct.
example. Now, this one's got the V10 under the bonnet.
Correct.
5-litre V10.
525 horsepower.
Right, 400 and
The Newton meters, 520
520 Newton meters and kilowatts.
around 390.
390, 386, I think we heard earlier. But just look at this. I haven't driven it yet. That's still coming.
You're gonna get, if you haven't got enough wrinkles at our age, we're going to get extra wrinkles from the smile.
But again, just take a look. You've got these beautiful door handles. The cockpit, the cabin is just... The thing about the cabin on this car, it's just a top-class luxury car.
Correct.
You can't... That doesn't say sports car to me. It says top-level, upper echelon luxury car.
So me in particular, I wanted the first generation. First generation
Right.
being 2007 to 2015. The normal gauges, not your digital gauges. A slightly older look.
Yeah.
However, for me, this will stand the test of time. When I think of the Audi R8 nomenclature, it's always going to be this. Not generation 2,
Yeah.
not generation 3. When you nail it first time, if we look at the front, you will go a long way. We'll look at the front in a
Yeah.
moment. You will go a long way to find a more clean, classic line that just says, wow, wow, wow.
Okay, let's look at this engine. Come on, Mike. How do I pop this?
I'll open it for you.
Okay. But bring the camera here in the meantime, because look at this big rear window. But it's not a rear window, is it? It's actually the cover for that. Now you talk the beast within.
So what is very interesting for our viewers is the pistons on the V10 and the V8 are identical in size.
Right?
The stroke is slightly different on the V10, and naturally you've got the 2 extra pistons making up the engine displacement. But the actual piston size is identical.
Interesting. So basically just,
Interesting quirk, where is the dipstick on this car?
you're going to have to show me.
It doesn't exist. There is no dipstick. All electronic.
Wow.
Like most modern cars.
Yeah?
You don't top it up with oil unless it get a system warning. You don't check the oil. You don't check the water. It checks itself. Take it to Audi for its annual service. Because remember, in most cases, with very, very few exceptions, no one is doing 10 or 15,000 kilometers per year in this car. You want to keep your mileage low, 2 to 3,000.
I was going to say, I bet you don't do more than 2,000 or 3,000 a year in
3,000
either of
maximum.
these. Yeah.
That's why the test drive that I promised you today, unfortunately, we can't do it.
Oh, no, come on. I'm going home now. That's it. Mike, but this, I mean, you just look at this. But also, now I've got to compliment you personally, sir.
Thank you.
2010 2010 model.
2010, 28,000 kilos.
Look, have you seen a more spotless engine and engine bay than this one?
This particular vehicle, I'm proud to say, is absolutely flawless. Never had any paintwork, never needed any paintwork.
You can see that.
The leather side is flawless. But something nice at night, you can see two lights on either
Yes.
side.
Yeah.
So when you start the car at night for the first
Oh,
15
wow.
or 20
Yeah.
seconds, the lights stay on. You see it through the beautiful
Oh,
glass.
okay.
It's just an oral and visual delight, this car. May I start it?
Please do. Can we leave that open? Okay. Let's get the sound of this engine. Ah! That's what I say.
That is nice and warm.
Yeah.
So, can you do that?
Now, context here. Quick bit of context. This is the same engine as a Lamborghini Gallardo.
Correct. Very, very similar. I always say, people
Yeah.
say the Audi has
Yeah.
got the Lamborghini engine. No.
Lamborghini's got
Lamborghini's
the Audi
got the
engine.
Audi
Yeah.
Remember, Lamborghini's owned by Audi.
Correct.
This car was developed by the German technicians. In the Lamborghini, because it's a little bit heavier,
Right.
they do have another 50 horsepower. It's just a state of tuning. There's no mechanical difference. However, performance-wise,
Yeah.
identical.
But they also had to have something over
Of
the Audi
course,
version
of course,
because
of
it's
course.
Lamborghini, you know.
However, I can also confirm for you, you drive a Gallardo of the same year and you drive this car. They are immeasurably different. This is a car that anyone can drive easily. This could be a daily runner. The Gallardo is harsh.
It'll bite you.
Correct.
That's the
And
difference.
the other interesting thing is the maintenance costs. You take the maintenance costs on a Gallardo, same spark plugs, same air filter, same whatever it is 5, 6, 7, 8 times more expensive.
Well, the initial purchase price is at least double as well.
Correct.
So, yeah, South Africans,
Of course.
bad snobs.
Correct.
Which one do you want?
When you do a video, it's got to be informative, and that's what we aim to do. Ownership of this car, your annual service on this car, anywhere between 4 and 10,000 rand, if it's out of motor plan.
Is that all?
4 to 10,000 rand.
Good.
I'll give you another little.
Yeah?
I'll give you another little point. The brake pads on this car
Right.
have never been changed.
Okay.
28,000.
28,000?
They've never been changed.
It says also, and I've driven with you a few times, you like to enjoy, but you're not hard on a car.
Correct. Correct.
Because you're going to get some guys that would have been on their second or third set of brake pads with a car like this with this power.
correct.
It
But-
says to me about the man behind the wheel.
But fundamentally, and listen, who doesn't love a Ferrari? Who doesn't love a Lamborghini? The cost of ownership on those cars is prohibitive. The maintenance costs.
I bet you
are
can't take it
prohibitive.
for a service under 50 grand.
I couldn't imagine that you
Yeah.
could.
I don't know, I'm guessing, but
And this
Yeah,
car, as I said to you, between 4 and 10,000 rand.
incredible.
What we are saying is for all our viewers, go out and buy one. Buy two, in fact.
But I bet you they can't buy these two.
These cars will never, ever, ever be sold. That I can promise you. They will never be sold. Baby will never be sold.
Yeah?
And Spider will never be sold.
That's what
Alan,
makes it. Mike,
Been a
what a privilege to have driven that one, and no, you're not stopping me. We're driving this one as well.
We're going to go for a drive right now. Look at the face before the wrinkle.
For Motor Matters, for Change Cars, for all things motoring. I'm Alan R. See you next time.